As I mentioned in my previous post, it's been over a year since my son and I started living together after the divorce. I want to share this experience with you. I'll tell everything in order. The first days after the family broke apart were incredibly difficult. There was an emptiness inside me, and sometimes I cried into my pillow, but I couldn't let my son see my state. I had to have the conversation alone, explaining where his mom was, why her things were gone, and that she wouldn't be coming back. I told him that sometimes adults decide not to stay together anymore, that they separate, but both mom and dad still love him just as much. I asked him if he was very upset about what had happened. He replied, "If I can talk to Mom on the phone and see her sometimes, then everything is fine, Dad. Don't worry." I told him, "If you ever have any questions about this, ask me without hesitation. I'll explain everything." He took it much easier than I expected. When it came to household chores, I was uneasy and, to be honest, scared. I was afraid I wouldn't manage. I used to think of running a household as an exhausting burden, something I had been led to believe for a long time. Days and weeks passed. One day, my son got seriously ill with a severe ear infection. I took him to the clinic and cared for him at home. I was very worried, but we managed. I kept doing all the necessary household tasks, yet I always felt like some overwhelming labor was waiting ahead. But then, about a month and a half in, I looked back and realized everything had already been taken care of, and nothing had been as impossible as I had feared. That was a revelation. Maintaining a home didn't take nearly as much time and effort as I had imagined, and I even started enjoying both the process and the results. From day one, I instinctively decided to change as little as possible in my son's daily routine. We did push-ups together every morning. Twice a week, we went swimming. After swimming, we sat in the sauna, warming up and talking about different things. The conversations continued on the way home in the car. These were our golden hours of bonding, when we were on the same wavelength, and he truly opened up to me. I introduced small daily rituals. Every morning, when his alarm rang, he would come and crawl under my blanket, and we'd lay there for another 15 minutes. After school, he would tell me about the most exciting moments of his day. During our walks, I openly shared childhood and teenage adventures with him, and in return, he shared his own stories with me. We grew closer, and a deep sense of trust developed between us. Every evening, we studied English together. He would read and translate a page from an adapted book, and if he didn't know a word, I would help him. We went on trips to nature, fishing, concerts, the ice rink, bike rides to cafes, anywhere. I even took him to the testing grounds for my work, and when possible, on business trips. He took on his own responsibilities at home. Gradually, he became responsible for laundry. He started with simply hanging clothes to dry. Now, he handles the entire laundry process on his own. I also taught him how to cook simple meals, and at just 11 years old, he's already quite independent. When the opportunity arose, I visited a child psychologist. I explained our situation and how I was handling it. I received great feedback and some valuable advice. I also learned how to introduce my child to a new relationship in a way that would be most comfortable for him, without resistance. I prepared my new partner for this introduction, and the results were excellent. He accepted her without any problems. I always encouraged and sometimes even initiated his meetings with his mom. I never spoke negatively about her in his presence. If she wanted to see him, I prioritized that over our own plans. I also invited his grandfather from her side to visit. My son saw his mom about once a month or every month and a half. But that wasn't my responsibility. I didn't interfere in their relationship or try to influence it. In the fall, we welcomed a new family member. We got a cat. Basia is now our beloved pet, and my son is thrilled. He takes on a significant part of caring for him. I put in a lot of effort to make sure my son's life didn't get worse after the family split, and I think I did a pretty good job. I love my son deeply and am incredibly proud of him. If you're about to become a single parent, don't be afraid. You will manage just fine. We live in a private house with 2 dogs and a cat. Right now, I wouldn't describe our life as difficult at all. I love it, and I handle everything. If you're in a similar situation or have any questions, feel free to comment. I'd be happy to discuss. Through everything I've been through, I've made many friends who have experienced similar situations. Together, we decided to create a Telegram channel and chat called Phoenix to support people going through tough times. Join us. There's always a helping hand for everyone. Life goes on. Time waits for no one.